Hi, I'm Blake, and this is the Summer Health Squad. Today, we're going to be talking about tools, specifically the hammer. No, I'm not talking about hammers. Well, that's disappointing. Ow, my toe! Today, we will be talking about a different tool that is actually very useful when talking about our health. A plate. But this isn't just anybody's plate. It's MyPlate. Cue the intro. Food is an important part of healthy living. In fact, without food, we couldn't live at all. Not only is it delicious to your taste buds, but it's also nutritious to your bodies. All living things need energy in order to survive. Plants get this energy from the sun, but most other organisms, like us, get our energy from, you guessed it, food. Food has way more than just energy though. All our food has vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that we need in order to live healthy lives. I drink plenty of milk, which is why my toe didn't break when the hammer dropped on it. In fact, I got some milk right now. I'm just kidding, this has nothing in it. Milk has plenty of calcium, which helps to strengthen all the bones in my body. Without calcium, that hammer probably would have broken my toe. You need to be careful to make healthy choices when choosing food. If all I ate was cake, that would give me the energy I need, but I would start to feel sick because cake doesn't have all the nutrients that I need to keep me feeling good. Cake isn't a bad thing to have, but it shouldn't be all I eat. Likewise, milk is good because it gives me lots of calcium. But if all I drank was milk, I wouldn't get the vitamin C that comes from orange juice. Like all things in life, our bodies require balance. Food is generally split into 5 major categories: fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. Our bodies need a proper balance of all these types of foods in order to keep us healthy and at the top of our game.
So, if I just eat salads every day, I'm going to be super healthy, right?
Salad is very good for you, and it has lots of nutrients that are beneficial to your body, but it doesn't have everything.
Well, how much is too much?
That depends. The exact amount is different for each person, but we are given a tool to see how much of each type of food we should eat. This is where MyPlate comes in.
So why does it gotta be your plate? Why can't I have a plate?
It's for everybody.
But you just said it was my plate.
No, MyPlate is just the name. It's a tool and a reference for everybody to determine a good balance for our diets.
Oh. One.
Ay, how do I put up with all of you? Before we take a closer look at MyPlate, let's see what came in the mail. Look, it's vegetable oil. Though the illustrations and suggestions on what constitutes a balanced diet have changed over time, fats, oils, and sugars have remained a category of food through most of those changes until 2011, when experts moved from the MyPyramid to the MyPlate food guide, which did not include a section of the plate for butter, vegetable oil, and sweets. The change was made in order to further emphasize that these fats and sweets, though not inherently bad for you, should be eaten in low amounts. Now that my finger is all covered with oil, let's read the letter. Dear Food Pyramid, most of the people watching this video probably don't remember the days before MyPlate, but I do, and that makes me feel really old. I remember you had all these bright colors, with each color representing a different food group, but you were basically useless. I mean, now I know that half of my plate should be fruits and vegetables, but what were you saying? That half of my pyramid should be fruits and vegetables? That makes absolutely no sense, and I am so glad that we have since moved on to better ideas. Best wishes, Blake. It's important we know how to properly use this tool so that we can always be sure we are eating balanced diets. Let's take a closer look at what MyPlate has to tell us. As we look at the different groups, it is important to note that each person is different. Some people might require diets that are different than what is shown here. We simply use this as an example and as a guide of what we should typically eat every day. Let's take a look at the grain section first. Some of the foods that fit in this category are bread, rice, pasta, cereal, and tortillas. These foods come from plants like wheat and barley. When choosing grains, always try to find whole grain versions of the food. Whole grains have more fiber and other nutrients because they have all the parts of the grain, whereas non-whole grain foods have many parts, often the nutritious parts, removed. Next is protein. Good examples of protein are beef, chicken, fish, and eggs. You always want to make sure, though, that you are eating protein with little fat.
But now wait, I'm a vegetarian. How can I get good protein when everything you just said is meat?
Well, a lot of good sources of protein are in meat, but there are other sources of protein, such as in nuts, beans, and in soy-based products like tofu. The third group we will look at is dairy. Just like with protein, it is important to get little to no fat dairy products that still have the same amount of calcium and other nutrients.
Mr. Blake, but I'm lactose intolerant.
That's okay. You can still find lactose-free or soy-based products that still have the same amount of nutrient. Now the last two food groups we're going to talk about together because they are super important but have a lot of the same nutrients. That is fruits and vegetables. As you can see from MyPlate, fruits and vegetables should be about half of what you eat every day. Now some good examples of fruits and vegetables are bananas, broccoli, oranges, carrots, and grapes. It is best if you can find whole, fresh fruits and vegetables, but if not, that's okay. You can also find fruits and vegetables frozen, canned, or dried. You also need to make sure that you eat a variety of fruits and vegetables of all different colors, just like the rainbow, from red apples to green celery to blueberries. Now that we have discussed all 5 groups of MyPlate, I want to bring up one last point. Food is not just made to give us energy and nutrition. It is also for our enjoyment. We make food delicious so that when I dig into this cupcake, I can enjoy it. It is important to eat healthy, but that doesn't mean I have to always eat things I don't like. Likewise, I can eat and enjoy this cupcake, but it shouldn't be all I eat. I need fruits and vegetables and all the other food groups. Being healthy, like with all of life, requires balance. And MyPlate isn't some rule or law that we have to strictly follow every single day. Rather, it is merely a guide showing us how we can be our healthiest and best selves possible. I'll see you in the next video. This cupcake is really good.